Welcome to Defence Upcast, your frontline source for global defense, geopolitics, and the stories shaping tomorrow's battlefield. Today, we dive deep into North Korea's latest military leap, the unveiling of new air-to-air missiles and precision-guided bombs. What does this mean for the balance of power in Asia, and how should the world respond? Stay tuned! In the secretive state of North Korea, a new chapter in aerial warfare is being written. Under the watchful eye of its leader, Kim Jong-un, the rogue nation has unveiled a startling leap in its military capabilities. This isn't just another missile test. It's a statement of intent, a declaration that Pyongyang is no longer content with its aging arsenal. The centerpiece of this revelation is a new air-to-air missile, a weapon that bears a striking resemblance to some of the most advanced missiles in the world. This isn't a mere copy. It's a meticulously engineered piece of hardware designed to challenge the aerial supremacy of its adversaries. The message is clear. The skies over the Korean peninsula are about to become a lot more dangerous. But the missile is only part of the story. North Korea has also revealed new precision-guided bombs, transforming their dumb bombs into smart weapons. This is a game-changer, allowing for surgical strikes with a level of accuracy previously thought to be beyond Pyongyang's reach. The implications for regional stability are profound. So what does this all mean? How did a nation under crippling sanctions manage to develop such advanced weaponry? And what does this mean for the delicate balance of power in East Asia? In this episode of Defense Upcast, we'll peel back the layers of secrecy surrounding North Korea's new arsenal and explore the far-reaching consequences of this alarming development. Let's start with the missile. Reports suggest it's a medium-range radar-guided weapon. Similar in design to China's PL-12 and the American AIM-120 AMRAAM, this is a significant leap from North Korea's previous inventory of outdated Soviet-era missiles. The ability to engage targets beyond visual range gives their pilots a crucial advantage in aerial combat. The key to this new missile's effectiveness is its active radar homing. This means the missile has its own radar, allowing it to track and engage targets independently of the launch aircraft. The pilot can fire and forget, a luxury that was previously the exclusive domain of the world's most advanced air forces. This is a tactical game-changer for the Korean People's Army Air Force. But how did North Korea acquire this technology? The finger of suspicion points squarely at Russia. The deepening military cooperation between Pyongyang and Moscow has been a cause for concern for some time, and it's highly likely that Russian expertise played a crucial role in the development of this new missile. This is a classic case of technology transfer with potentially devastating consequences. The implications of this technology transfer extend beyond the Korean peninsula. Russia, facing international isolation and sanctions, is increasingly turning to North Korea for military support. In return, it's providing Pyongyang with the technology it needs to modernize its military. This is a dangerous alliance, one that threatens to destabilize not just East Asia, but the entire world. Now let's turn our attention to the precision-guided bombs. By retrofitting their existing bombs with guidance kits, North Korea has essentially created a poor man's smart bomb. These kits, likely using satellite or laser guidance, allow for a level of precision that was previously unimaginable for the North Korean Air Force. This means they can now strike high-value targets with a much greater degree of accuracy, minimizing collateral damage and maximizing their destructive potential. The development of these precision-guided bombs is a clear indication that North Korea is learning from modern conflicts. They've seen the effectiveness of smart weapons in Iraq, Afghanistan, and now Ukraine, and they're determined to acquire the same capabilities. This is a clear sign that they are not just focused on their nuclear program, but are also investing heavily in their conventional forces. So what does this mean for South Korea and the United States? The new air-to-air missile poses a direct threat to their air superiority. No longer can they fly with impunity over the Korean peninsula. The presence of a credible beyond visual range threat will force them to change their tactics and strategies. The cost of any potential conflict has just gone up significantly. The precision-guided bombs, on the other hand, pose a threat to key military and civilian infrastructure in South Korea. With the ability to strike with pinpoint accuracy, North Korea can now target command and control centers, air bases, and even political and economic centers. This is a significant new threat that will require a complete overhaul of South Korea's defense posture. The international community is understandably alarmed by these developments. The United Nations has condemned North Korea's actions, but sanctions have so far failed to deter Pyongyang's military ambitions. The question now is, what can be done? Is there a diplomatic solution, or are we on an unstoppable path to conflict? The United States is in a difficult position. It has to reassure its allies, South Korea and Japan, while at the same time avoiding a direct confrontation with North Korea. The deployment of additional military assets to the region is a possibility, but this could be seen as a provocation by Pyongyang, leading to a dangerous escalation. China, North Korea's traditional ally, is also in a tight spot. While it doesn't want to see a nuclear-armed North Korea on its border, it also doesn't want to see a collapse of the regime, which could lead to a unified, pro-American Korea. Beijing's a difficult balancing act, and its actions in the coming months will be crucial. So, what can we expect to see in the coming months? More missile tests are almost a certainty as North Korea continues to refine its new weapons. We can also expect to see a more aggressive posture from Pyongyang, as it seeks to leverage its new military capabilities to extract concessions from the international community. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. The development of these new weapons is a stark reminder that North Korea remains a serious threat to global peace and security. The international community must act, and it must act now, before it's too late. In the high-stakes game of aerial combat, the ability to see and strike first is paramount. North Korea's new air-to-air missile, with its beyond-visual range capability, is a direct challenge to this long-held doctrine of air superiority enjoyed by the U.S. and its allies. The MiG-29, once considered an aging relic of the Cold War, has been given a new lease on life, a new set of teeth that can bite from a distance. The psychological impact of this development cannot be overstated. For decades, South Korean and American pilots have flown with a sense of invincibility, secure in the knowledge that their technological superiority was unassailable. That sense of security has been shattered. The thought of a North Korean pilot armed with a modern, capable missile will now be a constant presence in the minds of those who patrol the skies over the Korean peninsula. And what about the precision-guided bombs? Their impact is perhaps even more insidious. While the missile is a weapon of war designed for air-to-air combat, the bombs are a weapon of terror designed to strike at the heart of a nation. The ability to hit a specific building, a specific bridge, a specific power plant, gives North Korea a level of coercive power it has never had before. Imagine the scenario: a political crisis, a breakdown in negotiations. In the past, North Korea's threats were often dismissed as bluster, the empty words of a hermit kingdom. But now, with the ability to carry out surgical strikes, those threats carry a new weight, a new menace. The precision-guided bomb is a political weapon as much as it is a military one. The question of how is one that haunts intelligence agencies around the world. How did a country as isolated and impoverished as North Korea manage to develop such sophisticated weapons? The answer, as we've discussed, lies in a web of illicit networks, sanctions-busting schemes, and most importantly, the willing cooperation of other states. This is the dark underbelly of the international arms trade, a world where ideology and national interest often take a backseat to profit and expediency. And in this world, North Korea has proven to be a master of the game. They have exploited the rivalries between great powers. They have played on the fears and ambitions of other rogue states. And they have built a military machine that defies all expectations. So what is the endgame for Kim Jong-un? What does he hope to achieve with his new arsenal? The answer is simple: survival. He knows that his regime is vulnerable, that he is surrounded by enemies, and that his only guarantee of survival is a strong military. The new missile and bombs are not just weapons of war. They are instruments of survival, a shield against a hostile world. But there is a danger in this strategy. The more powerful North Korea becomes, the more of a threat it poses to its neighbors, and the more likely it is that a miscalculation, a misunderstanding, could lead to a catastrophic war. The Korean peninsula is a tinderbox, and Kim Jong-un is playing with fire. The question is, will he be able to control the flames, or will they consume him and the entire region in a devastating conflagration?